The reason EU4 starts in 1444 is because the 15th century is one of the most impactful centuries in human history, with some of the biggest changes culturally, socially, as well as militarily and economically having happened in this particular period. We discovered the New World, us Europeans, because, you know, people in the New World already knew about themselves, obviously. The fall of Constantinople also happened in the 15th century in 1453, but one of the most important things that also happened was the collapse of the feudal system. Between the 9th and the 15th century, the feudal system, or feudalism, was flourishing, and if you don't know for sure what that means, essentially it was a system in which whoever owned the land was the big cheese in modern terms. He was the really big cheese, okay? He decided everything that happens, everybody else had to work his land, and sadly I kind of see that happening today, where certain people are owning more and more land and the rest of us are just renting out on their lands. But I digress. Before we continue, big thanks to Clash of Clans by Supercell for sponsoring today's video. Set in a fantasy-themed persistent world where players are the chiefs of their own village, Clash of Clans tasks players with building that village up using resources gained from attacking other players' villages with troops. The amazing part about Clash of Clans is that you have complete free reign over how you want to set up your village layout and how you want to play the game itself, with PvP being a major component where players get to test their own unique defense designs and improve upon them as needed. One of the most satisfying things for me is building a unique design for my base, which provides both a good defense but is also pleasing to look at. So don't miss out and download Clash of Clans for free using the link below. Today we're actually going to be playing as Provence, a nation that did not exist in 1444. It did not exist ever. The Duchy of Provence is a fictional country created by Paradox, by the way. What Paradox do want to show us is the realms of King Rene, or Good King Rene as he's known. He was the Duke of Anjou and the Count of Provence, the realms of Provence, which were of course integrated within the greater French kingdom. That being said, it would be more appropriate to say this is the Duchy of Anjou and that it has the County of Provence as a vassal or under a PU or something of the sort. Similarly, the Duchy of Lorraine would have the same exact status as Provence has compared to Anjou, as Rene resided in Anjou and he was basically the Duke of Anjou. There was no Duchy of Provence, there was only a County of Provence, meaning it was underlying and subordinate to the Duchy of Anjou. He also actually ruled as the King of Naples for a few years. In 1442 he was ousted by the Aragonese. His own mother, though, having been Aragonese, Giovanna or something like that. You probably noticed from me explaining all of these things already that the way the world was split was basically amongst nobles, and family ties played pretty much primary role when it came to dividing lands around the world, or at least around the European continent. It wasn't so much about countries or about nationalities as it was about who owns what, person owns what. That's why, for example, Burgundy, again, a country that realistically speaking didn't exactly exist as an independent country. So the way that it works was Burgundy was half a part of the HRE, half a part of France, the Kingdom of France, and the leader of Burgundy owned both of these lands and operated independently, obviously, but he still was subordinate to these two entities. But that being said, he had 100% the power to do whatever he wants in these lands. So yes, the feudal system was absolute trash, so hopefully we don't see that coming back anytime soon. I'm kidding, it's not gonna come back, don't worry. Your landlord's not that powerful just yet. Now, I did make a video on Provence a while back. That was a couple of patches ago. That's why I wanted to renew this. It was one of my favorite nations to be playing as because it does have a very intricate history, of course, and it also has one of the most powerful mission trees in the game. In fact, my title was Own Half of Europe with this mission tree, title that definitely gave way to a lot of other inspirations of Own Half of Europe titles afterwards. But that being said, you might think now, whoa, that's such a small mission tree, Ludi. Don't worry about it. Even though this is small, check this out. We get permanent claims on all of Naples, or if it is independent, and it does get its independence fairly early on in the game, then we get a personal union on the Neapolitan lands. All we need to do is either have 100 development or own the province of of Corsica. Either one of these works, so it's easy to do early on as well. If we got good relations with the Pope, he might actually give us the province of Avignon for free. We just need 150 relations if I'm not mistaken. Yes, that is correct. A lot of the times the Pope actually rivals us, so keep that in mind. You can restart if you don't want to have to go to war with the Pope. In my case, they did not rival me yet, but it really makes no difference because my main focus in the early part of the campaign is going to be to get this area from the English and then follow that up with an expansion into Brittany, since I need to get as strong as possible before the French cancel their alliance with me, which will happen, and I need to make sure that the French do not get any lands from the English in the north here. Otherwise, I'm in trouble, boys. Getting this power base early on also means that I'll be able to get alliances against the French later down the line, and I'm not going to get completely wiped out by them. Yes, I do start as an ally of France, but that alliance is very temporary. I am going to use that alliance to attack the English if possible. We're going to need to curry some favors with the French first. We do get a permanent claim on the entire French region after we do the negotiations for Avignon, and we get the southern bits of France, so that's a little bit later down the line, of course. It does lead to the King of the French, which offers some morale of armies, and eventually we get the King of Kings, making us an empire, and until the end of the game we get minus 20% diplo annexation cost, which is a huge amount since we also get a lot of personal unions in the meanwhile, with restoration of union CB against the Hungarians, for example, and against the Aragonese after we get the Kingdom of Naples under our control. So after we get Naples as a union, we get Aragon as a union, and then we get Hungary as a union, and this can easily be done early on in the campaign. It is very RNG, however, so keep that in mind because we also have to fend off the English and the French at the same time, and our country is split in 3 separate areas. We have few provinces in the northeast, some in the south, and our capital actually in the middle of France, essentially. Now, of course, it would not be a Ludi video without asking you to give out the +1 mana privilege for all 3 of the estates. Don't worry about the debuff. We actually get rid of that fairly easily by getting the 5% crown lands back, and afterwards getting the lands from the English and the Britons. That's going to put us around 15 to 20% crown lands, since it evens out the amount of crown lands compared to the nobility, burgher, and clergy lands that we have. We also want to give out the religious diplomats, since most of the nations in Europe are Catholic. Not everyone, of course, but the majority of them are. Supremacy over the crown, so we increase the equilibrium for our loyalty, so it at least reaches 50%. And we're also going to give out the prestige, patronage of the arts, but before we do that, we're going to be scornfully insulting the Britons. Let me actually rival them first. Let's go Brittany, England, and wait a second. Burgundy is a rival to France. They're actually not a rival to me, though. I might use them in the future for that matter. Let's see who else is rival to the French. Castile, Austria, and Burgundy. Yeah, alright, never mind. I'm just going to do the Teutonic Order just temporarily. I'm not rivaling the Burgundians because I might get an alliance later down the line, but I am going to send a scornful insult to one of my French rivals. There you go. That's going to give us 25 relations with the French, put us up to 98 on the plus. They still have hostile relations with us. Hopefully that's going to change once we unpause. Let's see, finger crossed. We will also disinherit our heir Charles because he's absolutely dog schnapple, and we're going to give out the patronage of the arts prestige. We do this after we disinherit the heir because this way we get 25 prestige instead of 15 prestige. You get more prestige if you are below 0 prestige when you give out the privilege. I'm going to get the Diplo Reputation Advisor to maybe, just so maybe, it's going to get me on the threshold here with the French after unpausing. Let's see. I am going to get an alliance with the papacy because I got the relations to get the alliance, and because I want to do that mission so I get Avignon for free once I have 150 relations with them. Not to mention, my estates mission is also to get relations with the Pope, so it's a no-brainer, really. Let's see if they rivaled Milan. They did not, so maybe I can also ally Milan. Savoy would be a little bit better because they might help me against the French, but it's a double-edged sword because Savoy is also rivaled by the papacy, and I need those relations with the Pope beforehand, so I gotta make a decision. Alright, 1 month has passed, and actually the French changed their relations from hostile to just ally. I also gave them military access, which brought me to 108 relations, so that helped as well. Now it means that we can get their support in the war against the English. I'm gonna need more units for this war, so I'm actually gonna recruit the mercenary company. Before that, let's see what other alliances we can get here. I don't mind getting the Scots as an ally too against the English. That might be of help. Temporarily we can get the Scottish, I guess. And I am gonna need money, so I'm gonna give out the burgher loans. That's 5 loans at 1% interest, so I'm actually only paying 0.15 in interest. It's almost as if it's free money, really. We also can get our mercenary company. Let's go ahead and recruit the free company over in the province of Anjou. We just need units. We don't need to have really good units. To put it into perspective, perspective. Also, if there's another mercenary company that has extremely good siege generals, you want to go for that instead of the free company in your own games if you're going to be following along with my campaign here. I'm also going to start getting a spy network on Brittany. They did ally Burgundy. Oh no, that is really bad. Oh god, that's really, really bad. All right, looks like we can get in both the French and the Scottish as long as we promise them land. We will promise to give land, obviously. If we deliver, that's a different story, my boys. Now let's go with this war ski. I have set up my vital interest here in basically all of the English provinces, but reality is that the French will not give me to control of any of these because they also have the same provinces as vital interest since they have cores all over these provinces. And that's also the reason why the French will cancel the alliance after we get these provinces from the English. No more France holding our hands, essentially. It is vital that we start sieging it down before the French do. Get our troops there first. Pause if you need to and just take it one day at a time. As long as you get there first and you start moving around to the next province, click D, go to the next one and next one and next one and so on. Well, looks like the French actually beat me to Cayenne, but I'll figure out a way of getting this. Maybe I'll let the English unsiege it, or maybe the French leave as long as they need to fight a battle somewhere else. Let's see. We also managed to improve relations with the Pope by giving them military access. That gives us a little bit of papal influence, let's say. We can now get one stability, which means that afterwards we can also give out the minus 25% advisor cost reduction privilege, making it easier to maintain our advisors. Actually, I don't have an admin advisor just yet, so I'm not going to give that yet, but I'm going to give my military and my diplo advisor once. Well, the English are almost 100% focusing on the French right now, so there's that. And the French did take the province of Cayenne, so not great, that's for sure. Not going according to plans at all. If we give them this, then we cannot take the province of Caux afterwards, so we cannot reach the Burgundian lands. We also want to do this so we can cut the French off from the northern bit of their country. Whilst all this is happening, I'm also improving relations with Austria, because if all goes south, then I can also just try and be bestest of friends with the Austrians against the French. Wait, what? Portugal sent units to Scotland? I don't think I've ever seen that happen. Holy snaps. Meanwhile, the actual Portuguese lands are getting their asses kicked right here. I feel like it was a bad idea letting the Scottish join in the war. I'm basically just losing war score because of them. But on the bright side, they will peace out soon whenever they get their capital siege down, and that means I'm gonna not lose the war score from their provinces anymore. And Naples just became independent, so now I'm getting a personal union on Naples. CB will last for 100 years as long as I get 100 development or the province of Corsica. Wow, the AI is even assaulting the fort? What? Dude, no freaking way. They actually assaulted the capital. Wow. The AI is so much better in this patch than it ever was before. And there we go. We got the peace deal. They kept the alliance with me though. Okay, fair enough. Not sure I want that alliance anymore though. Well, that's a tough decision. Do we get ducats or papal influence? Of course, papal influence. We need that 50 papal influence so we get the morale of armies bonus afterwards. And just as expected, the English have arrived. I'm gonna let them do the unsieging here. Hopefully they manage to take that back before the French come and absolutely wipe them out. Hey, we just got 150 relations with the Pope. That means that we're gonna get the province. Wait, that's a guarantee that we get the province of Avignon? Ah, okay, fair enough. I thought that it's a percentage chance, but apparently it's a guarantee. Not complaining. Kind of happy with that. There we go. We got one province extra without doing anything. Just click the button. Oh no, I don't think that the English are gonna unsiege that in time. Looks like France is gonna wipe them out, aren't they? Yep, my money's on the French with this one. Rip English trooper lower skis. You had a good one whilst you had it, and now they're gonna take Caux also. Come on! Or not. They're actually chasing down the English. Let's us go for Caux in that case. Oh, that's gonna be a stack wipe. You should have retreated to the fleet, bros. Takes a while to stack wipe, but it did happen. Now England's got 0 troops. Now some of you guys asked me in the comment section, how many times do you restart your game in your runs? Guys, I'll be honest with you. This is my first try. I always do it first try, and here's why. Every single time I try playing as a country, it's gonna be different. If I restart 10 times and then I show you the best outcome, then it's not really accurate, and I'm not really having fun, because what's the point, right? I'm just trying to mold myself on what's going on in the game and trying to best play out that particular scenario. That's why in some of my videos as the same country, I conquer half of Europe because I had a great run. In some of them, I do a lot less than that because I had a terrible run, but I'm having fun in both of them. And that's why in this one, I would have preferred prefer to take all of these lands here, but considering the situation, plans have changed, and what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna take these two provinces in Alençon and Maine, and I'm gonna release Normandy. Let's transfer this over to the French. That should be okay. No, we still have 10 on the minus with trust. Still need to give them something. I'll just give them maybe Calais if they want it. Let's see. Now I'm thinking maybe I should take lands from Portugal, completely change the plan, and go into the New World. Let's try and make a play for the papacy. We got a 50% chance here of actually becoming the papal controller with the amount of influence that we invested. So it's fairly good chance, 50% in my book. There and back again. A tale of the brave French armies going to Portugal and again, as many times as needed because the English keep landing troops here to unsiege it. Don't you just love it when British pretender rebels, or English pretender rebels rather, spawn in France, which is, well, true, it's the English provinces, but they're occupied by the French. So this no make more sense, okay? This no make much sense. Despite having sent a scornful insult to the Castilians earlier, I'm improving relations with them now because after the peace deal, the French will 100% cancel the alliance with me, and that is my chance to get some friends around, i.e. Austria, Savoy, and Castile, whichever of these I can. And yes, I did transfer control of the two forts here to Armagnac because I want to let Armagnac pay for the fort maintenance, not me. Wait, what? Are these actually going to enforce this? No freaking way. Oh my god, if they actually take the fort, then I have a chance of taking that, and then I can take the entire northern bit of France. Oh my lord, thank you, Rebelsteinian. Thank you so much. Meanwhile, the entire French army is stuck in North Africa trying to get this province for moi, because that's right, I'm gonna take that in the peace deal, of course. What do you think? You think I'm gonna give it to anyone? Of course not. It's my province. Have to say these are officially my favorite rebels. I'm actually gonna need to get a general for this. Oh, I hate wasting my mana points. Like, no, I'm not gonna get a general. We can win this. We can win it. I am so gonna lose this battle, aren't I? No, I do have a little bit extra morale compared to them. There you go. We did win that. And the French are wiping them out for me. Beautiful. Please come siege down with me as well, France. I would love it if you did. Thank you very much. There you go. They're doing the thing. They're sieging down the thing. Yes, Maximus. Meanwhile, the French army is still stuck in South Africa. I mean, North Africa. We haven't even discovered South Africa yet. Hey, they got it. They got it, everybody. Yay. Now, of course, the main thing to do before we do the peace deal, send the units. Dorado. Now we can bring back our boyos from Savoy, and we can do the peace deal finally. Let's see, 124 and 77. Can I get humiliation from them as well? No, I cannot humiliate. What if I cancel war reps? Can I get... No, I cannot get still. What about trade power? Oh, I could get trade power. We are in the same node, right? Yes, we are. Okay, let's get trade power in that case. And the provinces, and that's about boom shakalaki. Dorado. We have a big boy country now, my lads. Not sure why I was mega English right there, but okay. Yeah, let's make all of these full cores. We're not going to concentrate, even though that would lower the amount of admin points that we waste, because we need the development right here. And let's also core up Ceuta, which I forgot about actually. Now, of course, these guys will cancel the alliance instantly, or I guess next month. Come on, don't embarrass me, France. Do what I said you're going to do, because I know you want to do it. There you go. They did it. All right, now we can get an alliance with the Austrians. Dorado, 109 and 29. A beautiful. That means we're not going to get completely wiped out by the French because the Austrians have our back, and we might even be able to get an alliance with the Castilians. But the thing that's holding us back is Portugal, which rivaled us. Okay. Burgundy hates my guts, apparently. They want my provinces now. So let's go to the alliance map mode and see who else would be willing to ally us. Oh, okay. There's a lot of nations around the Italian land, a lot of HRE nations. Let's get a Savoy alliance then. I've been improving with them for a reason, right? So we might as well get that alliance. Now that we got that out of the way, we can start our war against the Naples, and we can get some royal marriages, I guess. Don't really care about it too much. There you go. Union, a restoration on Neapolitum Maximum, and we can also enforce that right now. Wait. No! Naples is at war with Aragon. Oh god, Aragon wants to enforce the Union. Please tell me they're not sieging. They're not sieging the capital. We literally only need to siege down their capital in order to win this. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna call in the Pope too, and boom shakalaka. Let's do it, boys. Let's go for Neapolitan. Let's go get our little schnapple de boob. I did have to get military access through most of the Italian nations, but now I got it. I'm also going to get a general once I get the 50 mana points. I did wait first so I can get my military tech 4, so now I have an advantage over Naples. Never mind, they also just got military tech 4. Why do I keep saying stuff belayed, man? They are one step ahead of me always, apparently. Let's get our general here. Give him a proper Provençalian name. Arnold Schwartz Whiteberg. That is a Provençal name. Oh my god, 5 shock! What? Yeah, he's definitely Arnold. He's 100% an Arnold, this guy. Do the battle, Arnold. Give me the arme traditionen from the battle, yeah? That's totally how they speak in Provence, by the way, in case you didn't know. And now we got lead of the siege. Beautiful. That means even if Aragon completely covers all of their country, I'm still going to be able to enforce my demands because I'm going to own the only fort that Naples has. The problem is I might actually be in a war with Aragon, and I don't want that because I need to declare my own separate war against them. After I get this, I'm going to get the Union restoration on Aragon, and I don't want the truce to wait for them then. That would be pretty Pepe, I guess. Oof, oof, oof. No bueno, boys. No bueno whatsoever. Maybe I can wait them out, and after they peace out, I peace out. Also got to keep in mind that I have a 5 years truce with the French, so in 56, the French are likely to attack me. It's not a guarantee that they will attack, but they're not friendly towards me, so there's that, right? Brittany, I want to attack also, but they're going to be supported by the Burgundians. Charles is in charge. Okay, there is a chance that Burgundy is going to fall in union on the Austria, in which case I can attack Brittany when that happens, or on the France, in which case that's really bad. But the chances are like 70% for Austria and 30 for France, so they're highly on the Austrian side. Oh no! France attacked Brittany! Oh wow, the French do not give a schnaps, do they? They're just like, oh, you're allied to Burgundy? Don't care. I'm gonna attack you now. And we gotten the Napolitanum. Yeah, let's see. We can enforce a union. Schnell. Aber unser get some money too. Ja, ja. Aber unser very good. I'll stop speaking with the weird, non-existent German accent, sorry. I know it pisses off a lot of people, but I like doing it. I love doing it. Like, I do this a lot on my own time, okay? So, me not doing it is faking it for the camera, alright? I want to be myself when I record these videos. So, all of you haters, they're like, all over the freaking forums, he only say Schnappeldoop, Stacken Vanapim, blah blah, baby. I hate Ludi. Don't need to watch me, bro, okay? If you hate me, don't need to watch me. But you know, the reality is, 90% of the people that talk shit about me, they don't even watch my videos. You know how I know? Because they say shit that never happens in my videos. Ludi said to do this when I never say to do that. Some people just hate for the love of hating, man. Alright, well, here goes nothing. They unconditionally surrendered, so I'm not actually gonna wait for Aragon to peace out because I don't want to completely ruin my economy and stuff. We're gonna get 74 ducats only from this? Who's getting the majority of this? The Pope? Really? Why? He shouldn't be getting anything, really. I deserve everything. It's a joke, it's a joke. Calm down. Alright, France would join a coalition. Florence, England. Ooh. Okay, so I'm gonna wait until the 1st of January before I peace out, though. This is one of the worst areas to have a fort in because it is a grasslands province, but I'm not deleting it just yet. I'm waiting until the fort actually lowers the devastation in all of its adjacent provinces. After that the devastation is lowered, I'm actually gonna delete the fort in Cayenne. Or Cannes, whatever you want to call it, alright? Alright, looks a lot better now. Way less nations in a potential coalition. Let's go with the enforce of the Union. That means we took charge in the war against Aragon and Navarra. It's gonna be an easy war, let's face it. We're just gonna directly rush for their places, actually. The problem is, though, that I'm gonna get that truce. I never wanted to get that truce, you know. What would I even be able to get from them? I don't think I want anything from them. I just want to get the Union over Aragon, you know. This is literally just a setback for me right now. The cool part is that I could technically call in all of my allies because this is a defensive war, so I could call in the Austrians, the Pope, and so on in the war against the Aragonese. I don't really need anyone. I'm calling the Pope in simply because it's easier to defend the Neapolitan land since the Pope is right next to Neapolis and they can unsiege these provinces here, I guess. Maybe Savoy also because Savoy could help me in the northern bits, but I'm not calling in Austria. I don't need that much firepower just yet. Actually, you know what? Scratch that. I'm gonna use the Austrians to get rid of my rebels in the north because I know for sure that they will prioritize the rebel units since that's the only easy option they have for combat right now. Since I am getting the personal union over Aragon, I'm not gonna force it too much. I'm just gonna get war reparations from them and I'm gonna do basically a semi-white peace here. Since I need to get all these provinces from them, that means I don't want them to lose any of those provinces and there's no point for me to get extra aggressive expansion when I'm just gonna get all this stuff anyway in 6 years or 5 years from now. And because I did improve relations with Castile, I can get the alliance with them now, which is great since I will need Castile in the next wars against the French predominantly, as well as maybe they can help me in the war against Aragon. Let's see. I really want to get this campaign going, to be honest, guys. So if we get 8,000 likes in the first few days after this comes out, I'm gonna do a second part where we get all of our unions and we also head on over to the New World, establish a proper colonial Provence empire. And if you guys enjoyed the video, consider subscribing. Would really mean the world to me and encourage me to make more videos like these in the future. And hey, until the next time, check out this awesome awesome Castile video. And I want to give a massive thank you to all of my patrons, channel members, and Twitch subscribers. I would not be able to do this without all your support.